The midday sun streams through your window, casting a warm glow over your kitchen as you prepare for lunch. You've been managing diabetes for a while now. Perhaps your body no longer produces insulin, or maybe it struggles to use it effectively, and you're always seeking meals that can keep your blood sugar steady while satisfying your hunger. The little monitor on the counter hums a quiet reminder of this morning's reading, a touch higher than you'd hoped after that extra bite of toast at breakfast. You take a slow breath, wondering if there's a delicious way to fuel your afternoon without those sugar swings that leave you sluggish. Then your gaze lands on the fresh veggies in your fridge, the jar of lentils in the pantry, and a thought blooms. Could lunch be the key to a steadier, more vibrant day? Lunch might seem like just another meal, but for someone with diabetes, it's a critical moment to balance your blood sugar, sustain your energy, and enjoy flavors that make you feel alive. The right choices can help lower your glucose levels, keep hunger at bay, and support your body through the day's demands. Today, let's journey through a series of lunch scenarios and explore 10 of the best lunch ideas for diabetics. Grilled chicken salad, quinoa and veggie bowl, turkey and avocado wrap, salmon with asparagus, lentil soup, zucchini noodles with pesto, egg salad on whole grain bread, chickpea and spinach stew, shrimp and cauliflower rice stir-fry, and tofu with broccoli. And see how they fit into your life, one plate at a time, to lower your blood sugar and nourish your spirit. Grilled chicken salad, the fresh start. You begin with a grilled chicken salad, a vibrant way to kick off your lunch routine. You've got some leftover chicken from last night, grilled with a bit of olive oil and herbs, and you slice it thinly, placing it atop a bed of mixed greens, spinach, and arugula. You add a handful of cherry tomatoes, their red halves bursting with juice, and a few cucumber slices for crunch, finishing with a drizzle of olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. What makes this salad so perfect? It's like a fresh breeze for your sugar, keeping things light and steady. The greens have barely any carbs, none to spike your levels, and a good dose of fiber to slow digestion. The chicken brings protein, stretching that fullness through the afternoon. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this means no midday sugar jumps to wrestle with. Studies murmur that meals high in protein and low in carbs can ease those after-lunch sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body resists insulin. The olive oil adds healthy fats, supporting your heart, which matters when diabetes ups the stakes. You fork up a bite, the chicken's savory flavor blending with the green's freshness, the lemon adding a zesty lift. It's light, satisfying, and you feel a little more energized already. Picture Maria, a woman who started her lunches with this salad. Noticing her afternoon sugar calmed, her focus sharper after a stretch of days. You could add a sprinkle of nuts, swap in grilled tofu for chicken, or keep it simple. It's your fresh start, steadying your sugar as the day unfolds. This salad's easy to prep. Grill ahead, pack greens fresh. Your body welcomes the balance, especially when diabetes makes meals tricky. You set the plate down, the flavors lingering, knowing this lunch is your gentle opener. Quinoa and veggie bowl, the hearty fuel. Next, you turn to a quinoa and veggie bowl, a hearty option for a busy day. You've cooked a small batch of quinoa, its tiny grains fluffy and nutty, and you mix it with roasted veggies like zucchini, bell peppers, and broccoli, all tossed in a bit of olive oil and garlic. You add a sprinkle of feta cheese for a tangy kick, the bowl a colorful medley of flavors. Why is this bowl a go-to? It's like a slow-burning fuel for your sugar, keeping things even through the afternoon. Quinoa has carbs, but the kind that release slowly, paired with fiber to prevent quick spikes. The veggies add more fiber and barely any carbs, while the feta brings a touch of protein. For you, whether your insulin's missing or muddled, this keeps things steadier. Studies hum that whole grains and veggies can soften those midday sugar rises a good amount, especially if your body's resisting. The garlic might even help your insulin work better, a small bonus. You spoon up a bite, the quinoa's nutty texture blending with the veggies' sweetness, the feta adding a creamy note. It's filling, flavorful, and you feel a little more grounded already. Think of David, a man who started packing this bowl for lunch, finding his afternoon sugar steadier, his energy less shaky after a few weeks. You could swap in brown rice, add a handful of spinach, or keep it simple. It's your hearty fuel, calming your sugar while you work. This bowl's easy to make. Roast veggies ahead, cook quinoa in bulk. Your body welcomes the fiber, especially when diabetes makes hunger sneakier. You finish the bowl, the warmth lingering, knowing this lunch is your midday anchor. Turkey and avocado wrap, the portable bite. You're on the go today, so you opt for a turkey and avocado wrap, a portable lunch that fits your schedule. You take a whole grain tortilla, its earthy texture sturdy but soft, and layer it with slices of lean turkey, a few creamy avocado chunks, and a handful of spinach leaves. You roll it tightly, wrapping it in foil for your bag. What makes this wrap so clever? It's like a balanced hug for your sugar, keeping things steady on the move. The whole grain tortilla has carbs, but the kind that release slowly, paired with fiber to slow digestion. The turkey brings protein, the avocado healthy fats, both stretching that fullness. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this means no midday spikes to fret over while you're out. Studies whisper that meals with protein, fats, and fiber can ease those after-lunch sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body's resisting. The avocado's potassium supports your heart too. You take a bite, the turkey's savory flavor blending with the avocado's creaminess, the spinach adding a fresh crunch. It's satisfying, mess-free, and you feel a little more energized already. Imagine Sarah, a woman who started packing this wrap for her busy days, noticing her afternoon sugar calmed, her focus sharper after a stretch. You could add a smear of hummus, swap in chicken for turkey, or keep it simple. It's your portable bite, steadying your sugar while you move. This wrap's quick to prep. Assemble in the morning, pack it tight. Your body welcomes the protein, especially when diabetes makes meals tricky. You finish the wrap, the day humming, knowing this lunch is your on-the-go lift. Salmon with asparagus, the savory plate. You're at home today, so you decide on salmon with asparagus, a savory lunch to savor. You grill a small piece of salmon, its pink flesh flaking under your fork, with a bit of lemon and dill, pairing it with steamed asparagus spears, their green tips tender and bright, drizzled with olive oil. Why is this plate a star? It's like a savory shield for your sugar, keeping things flat and steady. Salmon has no carbs, nothing to spike you, and a good dose of protein and omega-3 fats, slowing digestion and supporting your heart. The asparagus adds fiber and barely any carbs, keeping your levels even. For you, whether your insulin's gone or just slow, this keeps things smoother. Studies murmur that fatty fish and low-carb veggies can ease those midday sugar rises a good amount, especially if your body's resisting. The omega-3s might even help your insulin work better. You savor a bite, the salmon's richness blending with the asparagus's earthiness, the lemon adding a zesty lift. It's hearty, satisfying, and you feel a little more balanced already. Picture Tom, a man who started having this lunch weekly, noticing his afternoon sugar steadied, his energy brighter after a stretch. You could swap in broccoli, bake the salmon with garlic, or keep it simple. It's your savory plate, calming your sugar with flavor. This plate's easy to cook. Grill or bake, steam veggies fast. Your body welcomes the protein, especially when diabetes makes meals heavy. You set the plate down, the taste lingering, knowing this lunch is your midday savor. Lentil soup, the warming bowl. A chilly day calls for lentil soup, a warming lunch to comfort you. You've simmered a small pot of lentils. Green or brown, they hold their shape, with diced carrots, celery, and a bit of garlic, seasoning it with thyme and a bay leaf. You ladle it into a bowl, the steam rising with an earthy aroma. What makes this soup so comforting? It's like a warm hug for your sugar, keeping things steady through the afternoon. Lentils are packed with fiber and protein, slowing how fast your body turns food into sugar, preventing those quick climbs. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this means fewer spikes to wrestle with. They've got a bit of carbs, but the kind that release slowly, paired with iron to lift your energy. Studies hum that legumes and veggies can soften those midday sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body's resisting. You sip a spoonful, the lentils' earthiness blending with the veggies' sweetness, the thyme adding a savory note. It's filling, cozy, and you feel a little more grounded already. Think of Lisa, a woman who started having lentil soup for lunch, noticing her afternoon sugar calmed, her warmth lasting after a stretch. You could add a handful of spinach, spice it with cumin, or keep it simple. It's your warming bowl, steadying your sugar with comfort. This soup's easy to make. Simmer in bulk, freeze for later. Your body welcomes the fiber, especially when diabetes tires you out. You finish the bowl, the warmth lingering, knowing this lunch is your cozy lift. Zucchini noodles with pesto, the light twist. You're craving something light, so you opt for zucchini noodles with pesto, a fresh twist on pasta. You spiralize a zucchini into long green noodles, sautéing them lightly, and toss them with a homemade pesto of basil, garlic, olive oil, and a few pine nuts, the sauce vibrant and fragrant. Why is this dish a gem? It's like a light dance for your sugar, keeping things flat and fresh. Zucchini noodles have barely any carbs, none to spike you, and a good dose of fiber to slow digestion. The pesto adds healthy fats from olive oil, stretching that fullness. For you, whether your insulin's missing or muddled, this keeps things steadier. Studies whisper that low-carb veggie meals can ease those after-lunch sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body's resisting. The basil might even help your insulin work better. You twirl a forkful, the zucchini's mild taste blending with the pesto's boldness, the pine nuts adding a nutty crunch. It's light, flavorful, and you feel a little more refreshed already. Imagine Paul, a man who started having this lunch, noticing his afternoon sugar steadied, his energy brighter after a stretch. You could add grilled chicken, swap in spinach for basil, or keep it simple. It's your light twist, calming your sugar with flair. This dish is quick to prep. Spiralize ahead. Blend pesto fast. Your body welcomes the lightness, especially when diabetes makes meals heavy. You finish the plate, the flavors lingering, knowing this lunch is your fresh spin. Egg salad on whole grain bread. The classic bite. You're in the mood for a classic, so you make egg salad on whole grain bread. A simple lunch to savor. You mash a few hard-boiled eggs with a bit of Greek yogurt, mustard, and a pinch of dill, spreading it onto a slice of whole grain bread. Its hearty texture a perfect base, topped with a few lettuce leaves. What makes this sandwich so timeless? It's like a balanced bite for your sugar, keeping things even and satisfying. Eggs bring protein. The whole grain bread has carbs, but the kind that release slowly, paired with fiber to slow digestion. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this means no midday spikes to fret over. Studies murmur that protein and whole grains can ease those after-lunch sugar rises a good amount, especially if your body's resisting. The Greek yogurt adds a probiotic boost, supporting your gut. You take a bite, the egg salad's creaminess blending with the bread's earthiness, the lettuce adding a fresh crunch. It's comforting, filling, and you feel a little more satisfied already. Picture Anna, a woman who started having this lunch, noticing her afternoon sugar calmed, her hunger quieter after a stretch. You could add a slice of tomato, swap in avocado for yogurt, or keep it simple. It's your classic bite, steadying your sugar with nostalgia. This sandwich is easy to make. Boil eggs ahead, assemble fast. Your body welcomes the protein, especially when diabetes makes meals tricky. You finish the sandwich, the taste lingering, knowing this lunch is your timeless lift. Chickpea and spinach. Stew. The hearty simmer. A busy day calls for a chickpea and spinach stew, a hearty lunch to warm you. You've simmered a small portion of chickpeas with diced tomatoes, garlic, and a handful of spinach, seasoning it with cumin and a pinch of paprika. The stew a rich red-orange hue. Why is this stew a star? It's like a hearty anchor for your sugar, keeping things steady through the afternoon. Chickpeas are packed with fiber and protein, slowing how fast your body turns food into sugar, preventing those quick climbs. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this means fewer spikes to wrestle with. They've got a bit of carbs, but the kind that release slowly, paired with iron to lift your energy. Studies hum that legumes and greens can soften those midday sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body's resisting. You ladle a spoonful, the chickpeas' creaminess blending with the spinach's earthiness, the spices adding a warm kick. It's filling, savory, and you feel a little more grounded already. Think of Mike, a man who started having this stew for lunch, noticing his afternoon sugar steadied, his warmth lasting after a stretch. You could add a bit of onion, spice it with turmeric, or keep it simple. It's your hearty simmer, calming your sugar with depth. This stew's easy to cook. Simmer in bulk, reheat fast. Your body welcomes the fiber, especially when diabetes tires you out. You finish the bowl, the warmth lingering, knowing this lunch is your savory anchor. Shrimp and cauliflower rice. Stir fry, the quick toss. You're short on time, so you opt for a shrimp and cauliflower rice stir fry, a quick lunch to toss together. You saute a handful of shrimp with garlic, soy sauce, and a bit of ginger, mixing in cauliflower rice, its tiny grains a low-carb swap for rice, and a few chopped veggies like bell peppers and peas. What makes this stir-fry so clever? It's like a quick toss for your sugar, keeping things flat and flavorful. Cauliflower rice has barely any carbs, none to spike you, and a good dose of fiber to slow digestion. The shrimp brings protein, the veggies add more fiber, keeping your levels even. For you, whether your insulin's gone or just slow, this keeps things smoother. Studies whisper that low-carb meals with protein can ease those after-lunch sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body's resisting. The ginger might even help your insulin work better. You scoop a bite, the shrimp's sweetness blending with the cauliflower's mildness, the ginger adding a spicy lift. It's light, satisfying, and you feel a little more energized already. Imagine Jane, a woman who started having this stir-fry, noticing her afternoon sugar steadied, her focus sharper after a stretch. You could swap in chicken, add a bit of broccoli, or keep it simple. It's your quick toss, calming your sugar with speed. This stir-fry's fast to cook. Sauté in a flash, prep veggies ahead. Your body welcomes the lightness, especially when diabetes makes meals heavy. You finish the plate, the flavors lingering, knowing this lunch is your speedy lift. Tofu with broccoli. The plant-based finish. You're craving a plant-based option, so you end with tofu and broccoli, a simple lunch to savor. You cube a block of tofu, sautéing it with soy sauce and garlic until golden, and pair it with steamed broccoli, its green florets tender, drizzled with a bit of sesame oil. Why is this dish a gem? It's like a plant-based shield for your sugar, keeping things flat and steady. Tofu has no carbs, nothing to spike you, and a good dose of protein to stretch that fullness. The broccoli adds fiber and barely any carbs, keeping your levels even. For you, whether your insulin's missing or muddled, this keeps things smoother. Studies murmur that plant-based proteins and low-carb veggies can ease those after-lunch sugar rises a good amount, especially if your body's resisting. The sesame oil adds healthy fats, supporting your heart. You savor a bite, the tofu's savory flavor blending with the broccoli's earthiness, the sesame oil adding a nutty note. It's hearty, satisfying, and you feel a little more balanced already. Picture Sam, a man who started having this lunch, noticing his afternoon sugar steadied, his energy brighter after a stretch. You could add a sprinkle of sesame seeds, swap in tempeh, or keep it simple. It's your plant-based finish, calming your sugar with care. This dish is easy to cook. Sauté fast, steam broccoli quick. Your body welcomes the protein, especially when diabetes makes meals tricky. You set the plate down, the taste lingering, knowing this lunch is your gentle close. Tying lunches into your day. Step back and feel the flow. Grilled chicken salad for freshness, quinoa bowl for fuel, turkey wrap for portability, salmon plate for savor, lentil soup for warmth, zucchini noodles for lightness, egg salad for nostalgia, chickpea stew for depth, shrimp stir-fry for speed, tofu and broccoli for plant-based care. They're not just meals, they're allies, each with a role. Salads refresh, bowls fuel, wraps travel, plates savor, soups warm, noodles lighten, sandwiches comfort, stews deepen, stir-fries speed, tofu cares. Together they soften those sugar rises a lot, studies say, and ease the strain, whether your insulin's faded or just slow. Maria, David, Sarah, they all found their rhythm, and you can too. Days rushed? Prep salads ahead, cook quinoa in bulk. Not a fan of one? Swap it. Chicken for tofu, rice for quinoa. Your body's its own map. Watch your sugar to see what fits. Chat with your doc if it shifts your path. These lunches flex with you, simple but strong. They're not magic fixes. Your breakfast, your moves, your rest still weave the web. But they're helpers, plated at midday, filling gaps diabetes carves. You might find them in a fridge, a market, a garden, waiting to steady you. The afternoons glow. It's afternoon now, the house quiet, your meter showing a peaceful place. These 10, salads freshness, bowls fuel, wraps portability, plates savor, soups warmth, noodles lightness, sandwiches nostalgia, stews depth, stir-fries speed, tofu's care, threaded through your lunches, softening diabetes' grip. They're meals, yes, but mighty, lowering your blood sugar, raising your glow. You sit with a cup of tea the day ahead, knowing tomorrow's another chance to savor them, one bite, one moment at a time.